Hey guys, Dragon here, and I just wanted to quickly say thank you all for watching this video. Even if you didn't watch the whole thing, that's alright, I appreciate you nonetheless. 2025 has been a crazy year in my personal life, and while I can't go into detail about that, and I don't want to, this year could have definitely been much different had certain things in my life not have happened, and while I wish I could change that, I can't, and that's alright. Things will always happen in our lives that we cannot control. But aside from that, I just kind of wanted to say that I genuinely do appreciate anyone and everyone who watches my videos. I know they're not the best nor the greatest, but I try to put effort in them as much as I can, and I'm happy how they turn out, and I'm happy to even just have 20 subscribers, really. My wish, like a lot of people on the platform of YouTube, is for one day for it to be my job, which, for right now, it's a pipe dream, but hey, things can, definitely change over time, so who knows. Hell, even reaching 50 subscribers would really make me really happy, so maybe that can be the goal for next year. As far as my channel goes, I will continue to create videos in my own fashion and how I want them to. I actually already have 2 videos planned going to next year, which will take some time to edit down, but hey, I'm working on them slowly. And I actually have a surprise 3rd video that I was working on in secret that will actually be dropping very soon, so be on the lookout for that. In terms of MCOC, this year sure has been one giant fucking roller coaster of ups and downs from Kabam and the game in general, and especially the people who play the game. Heart of Fire, July 4th, Torch Deals, Regal Ravagers, and now the Banquet. These events have had their share of controversy as well as some in-game events like the Wheel of Fate, with 7-star Human Torch and Thor Ragnarok being excluded from the 7-star Defender Selector you're given when you fully complete that content. I do agree with the general consensus that, much like many others, that Kabam is pushing way too many spending events, which, for the other games' sake, is not great, obviously, such as paying $1,000, assuming you have no units for that event, or if you didn't have any, for Dark Phoenix alone, which sucks. If you could even use units, I actually don't even remember if you could or couldn't, or maybe half of that if you had some units saved up. I was never planning to ever get her, simply because I just didn't care like some people, but she was so OP that they had literally had to create chance for her to like counter her, which thankfully exists now. Still, it obviously creates an awful cycle that Kabam isn't going to break anytime soon, but aside from those controversies, my own account has significantly grown over the past year alone. My roster has grown and improved massively from once where I was. For those who don't know, I have played the game for pretty much a year after it came back, like way back then, like years and years ago. But I was always an on and off again player, taking breaks or just quitting the game because I was either bored, I found it stale, or I was stuck because I just didn't know how to progress. However, this year is when I really got back into the game and really pushed myself to do massive content in-game that I had yet to do, as well as pushing Battlegrounds, which I was always like never really a fond of. Still even now I'm not really fond of it, but I like to say that I'm a pretty average player. I don't really think I'm a good player at all, but I like to think that I'm pretty okay at the game. Yeah, but this year is when I really got back into the game and really pushed myself to do like massive content in the game that I had yet to do, such as like Act 9, Act 8, 100%ing those, and really doing some of the really hard challenges like Necropolis, the Wheel of Fate, and the Ordeal, all that stuff. Stuff meant for endgame players, which I was never ever planning to do when I was playing this game. After the Banquet, I now have a total of 30 rank 4 7-star champions, a whole Battlegrounds roster's worth, to put things in perspective, basically. I also pretty much have 2 more that are ready to go, but I'm gonna really plan around that, kind of see who I want to take up or who I really need, if I need anybody, mostly for Battlegrounds, obviously. That's kind of really what I'm pushing while content's being released, thankfully. So yeah, that's something to kind of think about for myself for right now. And you're gonna see some of those rank 4 champs in the background, and kind of some testing that I did in Realm of Legends. It doesn't go perfect, but hey, it's a little showcase, so it's something fun to add to the end of the video. Now, I do want to clear up a thing, mostly for my alliance, or the people who, watch me and, I talk with, kind of daily. To clear things up, I'm not a whale. Even if, I know people really joke, they probably don't really think that. For half of the events, I was really just lucky this year to have, for the most part, half of the units that were unit based. The reason why I even have Torch was because at the time I had half the amount of units you needed to get, so I think it was maybe 18k I had, and the rest I did kind of spend and open some arena crystals for units, luckily, and I really only spent $200, and I managed to get them in game, the in-game one, not the web store one, because for the web store you need $400 base, and that was way too much in my budget at the time, so I did not want to do that. So I was lucky enough to get Torch, but you might ask, well, how is he awakened? Well, at the time I had a 7-star rank up gem, or not rank up gem, a 7-star awakening gem for science, and my science roster at the time, 7-star specifically, was pretty much ass. So I was like, fuck it, I might as well use it. I had it forever, and I kind of use it on mine. use it on him. I know he doesn't really need it, but I was like, you know, why not? I think it'd be kind of cool, and just why not? But yeah, the same kind of goes for Red Guardian and kind of the other champs kind of had. I was just really lucky at the time, kind of had the units, spend a little bit, got him, got that, had another 7-star Reckoning Jib at the time. In terms of Heart of Fire, I actually maybe spent maybe $100. That was really it. I actually got incredibly lucky with the crystals. I'm not even kidding. From one of the the pops I had, like Nick Fury, Phantom Man, I had Tigra, Awakened Tigra, in the same crystal, or maybe it was a Nick. It was one or the other, and just kind of awakened the other. But yeah, in general, I'm really lucky with this game. Surprisingly, as much as I kind of want to shit on it, with its ups and downs. But hey, and I did spend a little bit in the banquet, and that's fine. And I generally speaking, I really do enjoy the game, and I'm happy to spend a little bit. And try not to go overboard, I do want a budget, I just don't want to spend a shit ton of money like some fucking people. But people can do what they want, it's their money, it's not mine. I choose to spend maybe a little bit here and now, but not all the time. And I'm definitely not spending 1 fucking billion bazooka fucking bucks for, I don't know, Yondu fucking shiny Pokemon S or some shit. Yeah, but overall, I don't plan on quitting the game anytime soon unless Kabam really fucks up big time, or they shut the game down for whatever reason. Which that would be a sad day, but hey, things happen. Mobile, things don't always last forever. But the fact is that this mobile game has been going on for 10 plus years is definitely an achievement. I'll say that much. And that's really all I really wanted to say. But now that I think about it, I'm kind of just talking. I did want to say that I do plan to stream other games besides just MCOC. I just kind of had to figure out exactly what I want to stream and what time would be really best for that. Since I kind of stream early in the mornings. But once I kind of figure that out, I'll let you guys know, and maybe in a post or something, or whatever. But yeah, aside from that, thank you everybody for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Wise men lose track of the single path. No one knows tomorrow.